gravitating to right now. This one? This one you like? Or that one? Old Moose. Yeah, we can do Old Moose. That's fine.
Alright, hold on, man. Ain't ready yet, folks.
That's fine.
I'm not always gonna start it over.
Well, let's start.
Right there, you're not shot.
Ready now.
Checking on the gram like it's homegrown. Niggas stay impressed, but that's my old moves. Catch a couple checks and that's my old food. Ride on yachts, eating sushi with these old dudes. Seen a couple pics and now they think they know me. Asking about my clip, but why you worry, homie? Bitch, I stick and move, yeah, I stick and move. Steady paper chasing, that's what niggas do. Million on my streams, what you trying to prove? It's one me, but I swear I met a million views. We got different views, I'm not built to lose. I talk it how I'm living, why you so confused? Let me break it down, let me break it down. Have this chick around, yeah, they like my sound. Always keep it flowing, so I hope he drown.
Shit. It's the Broke Ass Podcast. This me, your host, Zini in the building. I got my co-host, co-producer in the building.
Yo, you could just call me Greatness.
I got the co-creator, Mr. Malcolm in the building. We're Indubitably Media, I must say.
Indeed.
We got the one and only Miss A Million Streams. We got Venomous in the building.
Hey, y'all. Hey, thanks for having me.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Man, I'm chilling.
We out here. This is the Broke Ass Podcast. We just sit around and have conversations with dope artists. You know what I'm saying? It's our first time on YouTube. Thank y'all for being here.
Hey, thank you for letting me be the first. That's awesome.
Hey,
I didn't know that. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been doing it for a minute, but it's the first time we having the visuals out here, so
Yeah.
we happy about that.
Yeah,
We moving up in the game.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. North Carolina stand up, Jersey stand up always.
Tell the people that don't know. We already know you Queen V, but let the people that don't know who you are.
My name is Venomous. I'm a female MC, originally from Jersey, but I live in Raleigh, North Carolina. So Jersey stand up, North Carolina stand up, okay? A cypher queen, the hip hop queen. You know, I've opened for a couple celebrities, done a little bit of everything, got 1 million streams on Spotify, you know.
Holla at me. What part of Jersey you from?
East Orange.
Oh yeah?
East Orange, New
Who's
Jersey.
from
Yeah.
Newark?
Hey!
I know some people from Orange.
Hey, Malcolm from Jersey too.
Malcolm from Jersey, yeah.
From South Jersey.
Yeah, he
So
don't
what's
count.
that?
He don't count.
What's that,
I'm kidding.
No, you starting with.
I'm kidding.
You from North Maryland. You from North
Relax.
Maryland.
It's either Essex County or it's not. No, I'm kidding.
She said you don't count, bro.
Relax.
Why they don't count?
Yeah, why we don't count?
Alright, in Jersey, right? When you ask somebody where they're from in Jersey, they either say they're from Essex County, like Newark, East Orange, or they go, oh, I'm from South Jersey. There's no, no
city?
unison between the two. It's like...
What city you from though?
I'm from Bridgeton.
Yeah,
That's
Small,
like
small town.
yeah.
North Maryland?
Yeah, it's the hood.
It gets,
North
yeah.
Not pretty much, right? But it
No,
ain't that far away, yo. It ain't
Yeah,
that
but
far
you
away.
got South Jersey. They identify with Camden and Trenton, and you know, and then or the beach. And then you have North Jersey, which we're close to New York, and we identify with the city. So I'm not playing y'all because I love Jersey no matter where.
I guess it's like North and South Carolina. Shit.
Right.
I don't know.
It's like East Carolina and in the city area. Like it's not really that big of a difference, but we just separated that way. It's not.
We a little better. We're a little better. We got some pizza.
Y'all got smaller
We
ranch?
got pizza, yeah.
Nah,
we
but
got pizza.
y'all pizza up there ain't the same as the pizza.
We got beef patties, so whatever.
All right.
Oh,
We talking about the
We ain't want
Jersey.
no smoke. We ain't want no
We'll
smoke.
get back to the Jersey beef, but look, I got this little North Carolina beef because you've been on your press run and stuff, right?
Yes.
It was one of them 105.1
Power
shows.
105.1 in New York.
I can't remember, but the
Yeah.
dude asked you about North Carolina, and he
did.
tried to play it,
He
and
tried.
you played it too. Like, I would say Jersey is competition, but Carolina
But
talking
that's not playing
collaboration.
it. But that's not playing it.
No, then you said that's my PC answer. What did that
That's
mean?
not playing it. That's not
Nah, that
playing
do
it.
sound a little good because it make it sound like Atlanta around here.
No, that's not playing it at all. Let
Why-
me tell you something. I learned so much from North Carolina because before I lived here, I didn't work with nobody ever. You asked me to do a feature, I'm like, no, because back home you're perceived weak when you feature with somebody. You're perceived weak if somebody works with you. You're perceived weak if you have a feature on your song. I got here and somebody's like, yo, let me play guitar on your song. I'm like, What? Y'all do that? Like that's how that works. Like I learned so much in North Carolina. Like I did not, and that's legit truth. Like unless if I was trying to outdo somebody, I didn't work with somebody back home. So I got down here, and it's like, yo, I have an idea. Let's put this together. Yo, I know somebody who sings. I'm gonna bring this person in. Oh, I know this person that does this now. I'm gonna bring them in, and I grew as an artist. It's stuff I do now as an artist that I would have never been able to do back home just because I stepped out of my element, my comfort zone. So I got nothing but love for North Carolina.
So do you like it better?
Actually, yeah, I do.
Right,
Because the competition is good, but at some point you gotta learn to work with other people. You know what I mean? Like it's nice to be competitive and stuff, and I still have that spirit about me. I go back home and I'm like, oh, I'm outdo you all with that. But it's nice to be able to say, all right, let's sit down and brainstorm and put these ideas together and make this a project. Not just a bunch of songs put together. And yeah, so no.
Right.
Yeah. But no, it's not a play out to North Carolina. I love North Carolina. I've learned a lot here. I've grown a lot. I met a lot of great artists here. So yeah. They both home. Oh, I got a round of applause. Thank you.
No, that's my bad.
So how long have you been rapping?
Forever. Forever, literally. I don't remember not rapping. My cousins when I was a kid was pursuing deals. And we were poor, and they used to feed me chicken nuggets to make me rap. So they
You was rapping for nuggets out in these streets?
No, I was rapping for nuggets.
They got the spicy joints at Burger King.
Yeah,
but you don't want to do no features.
Yeah,
You didn't want to do no features, but you are rapping for chicken.
No, it's real when you gotta eat. I'm just
That's
saying.
how it is growing up in Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey.
Now here niggas rapping for noodles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all rapping for nuggets in
Yo,
Jersey.
they be like, yo, put this,
No.
they be like, put this lumberjack on, get on this table, put these Sims on, and rap this song. Here's some nuggets. I'm like,
Man, was it at least a 20 piece?
no.
You like rapping Wu-Tang. What was you rapping back then for niggas?
MC Light, Rod Digger, Wu-Tang Clan,
I know you rapping that Wu.
Onyx, like literally, like anything from the 90s and the early 2000s, I probably know the lyrics to.
Okay.
But we were so poor, like, this is real talk. We were so poor. We had 12 chicken nuggets between 4 kids. So it was like, yo, I'll give you my nuggets if you get up here and do this. So I'm eating my cousin's food. My cousin's forfeiting the meal so that I could do what I do. So that being said, it just, you know, it was a different type of...
So when niggas say they do that shit for bread and meat, you really mean that
I really
shit.
did that shit for yeah. So anytime
I got him, my bad. I've been trying to figure out a sound.
I wish that bullet was real.
Already, bro? We like 7 minutes in.
Right.
So you gotta relax.
I don't care.
So, but yeah, I mean, I came up poor. I watched them do it. My cousin had a really crappy deal. His deal was really, really crappy. Like, it was bad. It was a really, really bad deal. Shouts to D. He
had one of them deals like New Edition?
Oh, it was even worse. It was terrible. It was terrible.
They ain't get no scooter?
They gave him merchandise and told him that was his sign-on bonus. So, yeah, it was bad. But he didn't know no better. He just signed it. He didn't read it first. And so in watching him fail and then watching other people I knew fail, I learned a lot about the industry.
So how many deals have you signed?
I have only signed one, and I'm no longer with them.
It's not the one you're in now?
I'm not with
so
any
you're independent right now?
I'm independent right now,
Okay.
yes.
Do you want a deal?
If it makes sense. If it makes sense. I don't want to sign anything that's going to hinder my brand, and I don't want to sign anything that's going to make me go overboard, be somebody I'm not.
Is it about the money or is it about what you want?
It's about creative control, not money. Like, the money will come. Because I'm a businesswoman, so the money will come. It's the creative control. When you start trying to tell me who I am or what I should be doing, and you need to do more of this and less of that, but not let me input, that's where it's not beneficial to me. Because I've had quite a few offers on the table when I'm like, I'm not taking that because you're not giving me room to grow. You're not giving me room to be myself. You're telling me who I need to be, and that's not my brand. My brand is moving without you. So why would I go and then change who I am and not be true to who I am? So,
alright, well, see me, I'm not a rapper, so if somebody offered me like, hey man, we'll give you $2 million to sign this deal, I don't care what you want me to do. I'm about to be out here. You want me to be the black M&M?
And that's what's wrong with the culture.
Right.
That's what's wrong with the culture.
I mean, I ain't a rapper, so I don't know. I don't have a brand. I don't have a logo, you know.
There's a lot of rappers
what's wrong
that
with the
feel
culture. I agree with you. That's what's wrong
So
with the culture.
you'll be like, yo, nah, I ain't taking that $2 million if you not gonna let me be me.
I can't take $2 million knowing that deep down in my conscience I wasn't true to what I believe in. You know what I mean? That's like telling me to put a blindfold on. Oh, I'm gonna shoot these people for $2 million, but don't look. But I hear it.
That was great. That was great.
You feel me?
Give us an error. I
You've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
Like you just continue to be independent rather than sign a bullshit ass deal.
I'm not gonna sign a bullshit deal. That's first and foremost. I'm gonna sign a deal that's gonna work and help me make more money. Definitely gonna sign something that's gonna help me grow. Like I said, I've had a few things on the table. None of it really works out to where I like it. Either the split is wrong, or the creative control aspect of it is wrong, or you know, what they're asking me to do doesn't make sense. And then you get a lot of people.
Like, what's some of the things that they ask you to do?
And this is a true story. Y'all not gonna believe it. This is true. I met with a label executive. I'm not gonna name who they are, what company they're affiliated with. And the conversation was, would I have ribs removed in order to achieve a deal? Would I have ribs removed so I would have a smaller waist? Would I have ribs removed?
That sounds like Atlantic.
I mean, was it the bottom two ribs? Because the bottom two ribs ain't really that big.
I don't really need them, but I just
It'll
felt
take
like
you from a 6-pack to an 8-pack real fast.
I just felt like that's crazy. You asking me to alter my body to get this money. That's crazy.
Was that the first question he asked you or the
That was
last?
like the
How did that
third.
shit come across?
That was like the third question.
It
It was so random in the middle of it. He's like, well, you know, there's certain things that female artists have to do to get ahead, and they need to get breast implants, they need to get butt implants. I was like, well, I don't need that. He's like, but you need to, you know, you're going to need to get ribs removed, and you're going to need to do that before we sign the check over to you. I was like,
Oh, that's crazy.
yo, are you kidding me?
So-
Like, yeah.
Would you do this? This is a true life story. Would you wrap yourself with saran wrap and
I would wrap and do the exercise dance.
You
That's
heard of
cool.
that?
Yeah,
Oh, you
I
heard that?
Yeah.
Women actually wrap their belly
Yeah.
with stuff. I don't care. We're not going there, Jimmy. Damn it.
But it's exercise. That's different. That's different.
No, that's wild.
It's real. I thought it was fake.
No, it is real. It is real. It does, and it does work.
I'm gonna apologize when I see him.
But it does work. It does work. Not for nothing. When I was like trying to lose weight, I tried it. I lost 3 inches off my waist. It does work.
Damn.
Yeah.
I feel so stupid.
No,
Yeah,
it does
yeah.
work. You wrap it and then you put the corset on top and then you do the exercise. And what happens is you.
But why you don't just wear it all day? Like just wear it for
Well, you
24
can,
hours and
but
see how much you can
Well,
lose.
it's hot. But what happened is.
It's supposed to be hot.
it's-
It's gonna help you lose more.
But what happens
cooking
is
bacon.
you sweat in that one area, so it helps you lose weight.
Don't
in
be
that
trying to
area.
explain to Jimmy. He's
I'm
different.
sorry.
He's different. We got Malcolm here. We got Malcolm here from
That's
the
what it's
New Brunswick
crying.
Media, yo. He the one that wrote. You know him. He wrote the
Yes,
articles
he wrote
and
some
stuff.
great articles.
He's a great writer, ain't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I was so excited. You should see me in my house do my little dance.
And he's from Jersey. You never
Yes,
thought
he
a person
is.
from Jersey could have that.
Damn, you don't shit.
Oh.
There's too much Jersey in
Listen,
here.
there's too much
We
Jersey
the only
in
niggas.
He learned those writing skills down here in North
No, I
Carolina.
didn't. I never went to school down here.
You
Jimmy.
didn't?
I didn't either.
Damn.
No, I didn't
Shit.
either.
I didn't leave
didn't
Jersey
either.
till I was 18.
I left
Yeah.
Jersey at 23, so yeah.
He's a great writer, though. I'll
Yeah.
give him that.
3 months after graduation, got the fuck on.
So how
That's
you
probably
feel?
the first compliment I ever gave you, Malcolm.
That
I
probably
appreciate
was.
that
I'm
shit.
compliment you later.
I appreciate that shit.
So I'll meet you later.
Compliment you in a
Yeah.
second.
Go ahead, bro.
Nah, I was just while we talking about label
Yeah.
situations.
Yeah.
Like, what's the difference in your creative process when you were independent and on a label?
I will say this, I grew a lot. You know, I keep saying I grew a lot, but I have grown a lot in the past couple of years. And I grew a lot with that because when you have when somebody's contracting you to do a certain thing, it's totally different from you writing what you want to write. So when somebody comes to you and says, I want a song about this and it needs to be on this beat and you need to go do it. It's like, oh, okay. You know, that's different from I found these beats, I really like them, I want to work on them. So that was the biggest change for me when I signed to a label was they were, and I'll say this, like most of the stuff that filtered to the album was stuff I wanted to do. And then there was a cut on the second album, but there was a couple of songs on there that I was like, I'm not really sure about this one. And they were like, no, this is what we want. This is how we want it done. Whereas opposed to the first album, you know, we got 13 songs in and I trashed 7 songs because I didn't like them. I was like, they're good, but I want a classic. This is not how I want the album to go. So I started over. Whereas with the label situation, it's like, okay, you can't start over. This is what you have. This is what you're going to work with and you're going to figure it out. So it forced me to put on more critical thinking skills and just think, you know, a different way about something. Especially when you're being paid to do something a certain way, you just got to do it the way they tell you to do it, and that's it. So.
Yeesh.
So this last
Yeah.
album that you released it independent.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between, like, well, I don't talk about like the money you made off of the album you released on the label and the independent album?
Well, the independent album's only been out for since January. It just came out, but it's already surpassed the numbers on the second album. So, which the second album, it was okay. It did okay on numbers. We could have did a little bit better promoting the second album because a lot of people didn't know it was there because the transition from being independent to being with a label was difficult. So, to me, the third album is doing better already than the second one did because I went back to my roots.
And because you're promoting it more?
Yeah, I'm promoting it differently. It's not even more, it's just differently. I'm using different outlets. You know, I have a PR person now. Like it's just a different type of promotion for the third album than it was for the second. And it's I took everything I learned from the first album because I did the first album completely independent. Completely, I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, I'm gonna record these songs and I'm gonna be famous. I didn't know. That's not really how it went, but you know, I didn't really know what I was doing. I just put this. When I recorded the first album, I only had one song done. And everybody's like, well, where's the album? I was like, well, it'll be right back. And, you know, I went and did it. So I took everything I learned trying and failing on the first album and refined it for the third album. So all those little hiccups I had the first time around, I'm like, okay, we're not going to do that again. We're going to do something different. So, yeah.
So when you with the label, sound like to me you're pushing this third album harder yourself because you put more into it yourself.
It's my baby.
And everything that you learned, you putting into that. So why when you were with the label, you feel like they didn't push you that hard, or they didn't want your input on what you thought that you could?
I don't think it was that. We just had different creative differences, and that's in the end why I wound up leaving because it was just like, okay, we're not seeing eye to eye. Let's just move on, and that was what it was. I'm a very passionate person. And I'm a very strong-minded person. And when I have something I believe in and I have an idea I believe in, I'm not going to let it die. So that being said, like it's a gift and a curse. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think I'm better independent because I'm a leader. You know what I mean? I'm not necessarily somebody who's just going to lay down and just take whatever somebody tells me to do. I'm definitely a leader. So this allows me to lead. I have people underneath me who help me. I have a PR person, I have a marketing person, I have, you know, people I've put in place.
So how long, my bad, I don't mean
you good.
So how long have you been treating your brand like a business? Like,
always. And I'm not gonna say always. Here's the deal. When I was 17, 18.
How you know when you started getting bread? Were you like, yo, I got it. I'm the shit. Was that the first album, the second album, the third album?
It was 2 years after the first album when I was like, yo, this is like actually paying bills in the house. Like, you know,
right.
2 years after the first album. And let me say that for independent artists, it took that first album a year and a half to really pop. And a year and a half in, I started getting messages from the NHL that they were playing my song at the halftime games. And I started getting messages from Germany like, oh, we love your song in the projects in Germany. I'm like, what the hell did y'all get the song in the projects in Germany? You know,
they got projects in Germany?
They got projects in Germany.
Projects everywhere.
Yo,
I didn't know.
Peace and love for the projects in Germany. I'm getting video from Australia, video from London of people dancing to it, Belize. And I'm like, yo, like people are really resonating with this album and this record. And
so how did it get over there? Like how did you get international?
TuneCore. I distributed through TuneCore the first album myself. I didn't know what I was doing. I got it up on TuneCore. And at the time, I was nominated for Underground Music Awards. Shouts to Jesse in New York, the Underground Music Awards in New York. I was nominated for Best Female Rapper. He took my album and he put together a press kit. He pushed it out. An international blog picked it up, and it just went wild from there. An international blog took his post, and I was on allhiphop.com and a couple other sites, and they took that post and ran with it. And next thing I know, I was getting posts in other languages. I didn't know what none of it said. I'm like, what the heck is what's this little triangle in the middle of this word? Like, I didn't know what anything was. And then I realized that I was popping overseas and didn't know what to do with it because I had never been overseas.
So you done shows overseas?
No.
No.
I haven't been overseas yet. It's coming, but I haven't been overseas yet. I'm getting ready to do May of next year, Ghana, Africa. I'm doing St. Croix later this year. Germany's on the books. UK, London.
Thank you for coming to do the broke ass. Malcolm, come on and do it.
I wanted to get back to the label thing. With the numbers that your third album did compared to your second one, what would entice you to even go back to a label with
the difference between being a label and being independent is the resources. You have more resources, you have more hands, you have more contacts, you have more people to work with. Whereas like being independent, everything falls on me to find the connections, to make the movements, to find the people. I mean, I have a PR person now. Shouts to Q the Question. He's super dope. So he takes a lot of that pressure off of me, because he's like, hey, I got so-and-so want to interview you, or I got this and that blog want to post you. So that takes a lot of that pressure off of me. But it's a lot of pressure being independent when you run it as a business. Oh, and I didn't never finish answering that question. You asked me, when did I start running as a business? When I was 17, I was running with a friend who ghost wrote for Diddy. And I used to sing the hooks and reference the hooks.
Hold up, time. Everybody know Diddy had a ghostwriter. Right. Yo, but bruh, just slid that shit in there. You know, just used to ghostwrite for Diddy.
I didn't say I used to ghostwrite.
No, I didn't say you. You said he used to ghostwrite for Diddy. You did that shit real slick, like we want to like. Bruh, you got shot that out. Let me give it an air horn.
Take that.
Shout out to Nucci, because he's the first one that had me in the studio. And he used to take me with him and let me record hooks and reference hooks. And I mean, I met a lot of people before I started doing anything. Jadakiss, all them people I've seen. You know what I mean? I didn't work with them, but I was there in their presence. You know what I mean? So I got to see a lot of stuff early. But I didn't know how to connect the dots, so I took time off because I was too young to understand the business side. I took time off to understand the business side. And then once I understood how to make it a business, I came back and I started, everything I learned, I applied it. And I work it like a day job. I get up at 8 a.m. From 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., I'm doing nothing but music connects, promotion, whatever else. And then I go do what else I got to do for the day. Like, I literally run it like a business.
So is music your job?
It's my... Well, I have two jobs. I have a regular job still, but music is my music. I'm to that point where I could probably step out and just do music.
So what's keeping you back?
My daughter.
My daughter. What you do at your regular job?
My regular job, I'm a manager.
What you do? What you manage?
I manage people.
Nigga. What do you manage? Like what company? Like
I'm not gonna tell you what company so people come to my job.
You
I don't want to talk to y'all at work.
All right, you
We
right.
don't want to talk about cars at work. Like, leave me alone. I'm trying to.
You right.
That's all I want to talk about.
Yeah, I bet you don't work in customer service. I bet you that.
No.
They be like,
I manage people like my job.
No.
No, I get them.
You do?
Nah, cause you was like,
You
yo.
blowing people out, don't you?
Nah, I'm good. The thing about me is, like, my father was a hustler, so one thing he taught me is you never mess up your bread. So I'm real good at being the really polite. I put
So what's your work voice?
Hello, and thank you for calling. How are you?
No.
Nah, give me the white chick. Then you sound like the white chick they would get, but you black, you know.
Like, thank you for calling. This is Roberta.
I don't
How can I
have
help
one
you?
voice.
Yeah, I definitely
I know.
have
That's
one voice.
My mom got like the
I'm
best
like
white
Lois
voice
Lane
ever.
at- what-
I hate that shit. Like, I call my sister, they answer the phone like, nigga, it's me. Get on the
But
phone.
they be like, hello. You be like, nigga, it's me. All right, nigga. What
True
the fuck
story.
you
My
want?
mother
you want?
called and didn't know it was me.
I'm at work.
That's a true story. My mother called and didn't know it was me. She was talking to me out, and she's like, "Oh, mom, can I speak to Roberta?" I was like, "Yeah, no, what's up?" She's like, "What? Who was that?" I was like, "Oh."
You don't look like a Roberta.
Yeah, Roberta's my name. I'm named after Roberta Flack. Ow.
Yeah.
Killing me
Your mom was a
softly.
gangster.
My mother was a gangster. I was supposed to be named after Sade Adu, but she chose to name me Roberta Raida. Raida means princess. My name means famous princess.
My name's Jimmy.
Well, hi, Jimmy.
Well, hi, Jimmy.
I go
like
by
what
greatness.
she did.
Just call me greatness.
Well, hi,
That's funny.
Jimmy. She did that in the white voice too. Hi, well, hi, Jimmy.
Well, hi, Jimmy.
And
Thanks
they call me Jimmy's.
You mentioned your daughter. How do you balance like music and
It's
radio?
very tricky, and right now, like, I'm at the point where the only reason I haven't left my job is because I get health benefits. So I'm
I
like,
figured that.
yeah, if I could get to a situation where I could get my health benefits outside of work, then I wouldn't. But I mean, I literally work 30 hours on music a week and 30, 35, 40, 50 hours at a regular job. So it's a lot of balancing. It's a lot of driving, a lot of legwork. My daughter's been in the studio with me. Like, I didn't start going back to the studio until she was old enough to sit independently and like, all right, boo, here's a tablet.
But I feel your rap is, I mean, I ain't gonna say it's kid friendly, but it ain't super provocative or nothing.
I never really got into the cursing because I felt like it slows you down. Number one, I hate listening to a radio edit where it's like you just hear the music for like 30 seconds. You're like, what just happened? Where
Like
the
with
song
Lil
go?
Wayne on the
Right.
on
You're
the
like,
radio.
and then what did you do? What happened? You know what I mean? Like, I hate that. So I purposely try not to do that in my music. And most of my radio singles have no curses. I Want to Win has no curses. Ocean has no curses. Time to Ride has no curses. Think About You has one curse. Like, I try to, when I know I'm writing something that I want to push, I don't curse.
Hey, yo, you can tell somebody that really don't curse because you call it a curse.
Yeah.
Like you got
I
one
curse
curse.
real bad.
They
I'm
got
trying to keep it
curses.
back.
I like cussing.
I'm holding it
Yeah,
back.
it help you out in the
I
rap
have a potty
sometimes.
mouth,
You
though.
throw a
I do
nigga
it.
in there.
No, I have a potty mouth. I curse a lot at home, but I try not to curse a lot in my music.
Okay.
My daughter changes all the curse words
So
for
what's your
tomatoes.
process of making music? Like from top to bottom, do you go in there, you pick the beat first? Are you inspired first by something
I
and
ride
put
with
it
the
to the beat?
I ride with beats. I ride in the car with them, and so I find that one I keep wanting to hit repeat on. And here's a funny story. I start with the second verse and then write the first verse.
That sound like battle rap.
Yeah.
That's how battle rap
I
is.
started out rapping and battling in Jersey and yeah, so
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That
Man,
makes
you know everybody in Jersey battle.
yeah, right.
You ain't battling, you
like
from
I
Jersey.
ain't battle rap, but we
probably
crack
battle.
jokes. So it's the same
Oh,
thing.
same thing.
thing,
Y'all battling.
yeah.
Same thing.
Oh, we ain't battling down here, huh?
Nah.
She was shitting on North Carolina when she was on 105.1.
I was not.
I wish I had the clip. I should have
I
loaded
did
up the
not. He was trying to, and I spun it around the other way because I was not trying to have that.
clip.
Because,
You said that was your PC answer.
yeah,
You should have been like, nah, I ride with North Carolina, yo. That's why I'm never coming back to Jersey.
but that's not my politically correct. But why they gotta?
Oh, that's what you wanted to say?
No,
Jersey stinks.
but
It do stink. I heard that. I ain't
it
been.
It's
definitely
smart, yeah,
does.
smart,
We have a lot
smart.
of trash.
That
We got a
come
lot
from
of
New York,
like
though.
dumps.
They cut the trash come from New York.
Come
Hold on,
Yeah, they put it in the dump, the landfills. You be like, woo!
But back to the battle rap.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, damn, battle rap. Back to the writing process.
Yeah.
You
I like
ain't,
the second
you don't
verse
got a vibe.
first.
We ain't gonna
I'm
battle
sorry,
rap right
I'm
now.
sorry.
She was like, yeah, I'm ready.
Battle me.
That's
I'm
that
sorry.
Jersey now. We good.
He don't rap on the podcast.
Okay, all right. No, I do the second verse, and then I start thinking of the hook, and then I go do the first verse because I write stories too. So when I'm writing a song, I think of it like a story. Like you need to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. So I write the end first because the end needs to be the strong part. And then I go back and fill in the details. Like, oh, okay, that was a strong ended. And you know how that started is because I used to write it, and then I would find that the first verse was always like, whoa, that was crazy. Now what you gonna do for the second verse? So I started taking that first verse and moving it to the second verse, and then write a different verse for the first verse, and it worked better. So go figure.
It just probably helped a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm right. Hey, I'm about to
Especially
try
people
that.
trying to run.
If you need a ghostwriter, I'm just saying. I do
Hey,
that
we
too.
signed writers too.
Nah, I don't need no ghostwriter.
If you need a ghostwriter, I'm just saying I do that
I
too.
might need a couple bars.
Hey, all right, I got you.
Ain't battle.
How much
I
you
need-
charge a bar?
I need to diss
How much?
Mike.
How much you charge? Fuck you, Malcolm. You do that now. How much you charge a bar?
It depends.
I forgot we were recording. I did it. Hold
Oh,
up. Anyway.
not the, I don't charge by bar. I charge by verse. It just depends on what they want me to do. I'm not gonna
16.
say- Yeah, I'm not gonna say
16.
my prices because somebody come at me with a bag. I'll be like, oh yeah, I charge $5,000.
Damn.
He sure can't.
I was trying to get that feature. Yeah.
Like, I listen to your albums and stuff. And,
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a rapper. You know, I'm.
Well,
just
thank you for
interviewing
listening, first
people,
of all.
but, you know, your music is real organic, and like, how do you? What kept you from going the easy route of being like that? I'm gonna be the normal female rapper, like. Yeah, you want me to be out here showing my booty? I'm gonna make a twerk song. Like,
Yeah.
Take it
It's just
real
not me.
when you hear like the twerk song, damn, that was great. When the twerk song come on and you see that video, you like, yo, them bitches is shit.
Yeah.
They been asking me to do this for years and I turned it down. Like,
No, that twerk video.
what
something
keeps
amazing.
you staying humble and staying in your
Shout out to
lane?
twerk
And
video.
not selling out and going to do, oh shit.
Oh, don't break the mic.
And going to do the twerk video.
You know, it's like it just doesn't. It's not me. It doesn't fit in my personality. Like I was a tomboy growing up. Like I like legit tomboy. Like the fitted and the cornrows and the 2-stud earrings. Like I was a tomboy, and I just. So for me, it doesn't fit my personality. Like that's not. I'm still the cool chick. You know what I mean? I just dress a little bit more feminine, but I'm still the cool chick. So for me, I was like, what you want me to do? Psh, y'all tripping? Like,
I can tell you, tomboy, where you pulled up in the driveway. You was driving like hell, right?
yeah, I definitely was.
You don't know these clear police.
Pull
They
it right, old nigga,
they
I'm
go.
sorry.
When you leave out, don't drive that fast.
Yeah.
Bruh, it's just gonna sound like I think I'm at the right place. Oh my bad, I see a dog. Bye.
Here I come.
He's like, I see a dog. Bye. I'm off the phone. I'm out.
Yeah. I was more worried about playing with the dog than I was anything else.
Yeah, all right, cool. Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm a cool chick. It's just not my personality. You know, I've been around a lot of things. I've done a lot of things in my life, good and bad, and it just doesn't fit me. Like I tried it. I'm not gonna say I haven't tried to write those type of records, but what works for me, like a song I have, like Ocean. Ocean is a very sexy record, but it's subtle. Like I'm not like, yeah, boo, let me put this in your. I'm not. You know what I mean? Like I'm real like. You know, like it's a metaphor. I'm better with the metaphors than I am with just twerking and selling my ass. And I feel like if you twerking and selling your ass, you ain't got nothing else to sell.
But you be putting them sexy pictures on Facebook.
Oh, but that's different. That's just, you know.
I ain't seen no twerking like.
I said videos of pictures. I meant to say pictures. Well, you seen the pictures, nigga.
So
you seen the magazine cover. Tell us how the magazine cover
That was sexy. And let me tell you what I've learned.
The whole left cheek was out, nigga.
The whole left cheek was definitely out. It's hard.
It wasn't like a hand on it. It was
right,
just a cheek.
right. I wasn't twerking it. It was okay. Yo, we having too much fun.
We just got visuals now. Yo, I can't even say we need visuals because we got.
Oh yeah, we got visuals now. Hey, shout out T4L Entertainment, T4J Entertainment.
Thank you for being here. Yes, you know, my thing is.
I don't know where the L came from. That was trash. I'm sorry.
Making up stuff. He added letters. I started modeling last year, and that came from, you know, I'm curvy. I'm not like a size 2. You know what I mean? Like, I'm curvy. I got a lot of hips. I got a lot of everything. So I was not from the generation. I'm not from Jersey. We don't stand in front of camera all day, and this new generation, they in front of camera all day. So part of it
even if they in Jersey.
And they ain't even doing that. They brushing their teeth, standing in front of the camera. Hey, y'all. It's like, what y'all doing? Get off alive. Love and hip hop, get off. Like, what is you doing? I don't even know how
to work live. I'm going to figure that shit out, though.
Hey, y'all, I'm hanging some curtains today. It's like, okay, so what? But, I had to learn to be comfortable in front of the camera because that was never my MO. So I started modeling and I started a campaign, #ThickAndWinning, which was for the curvy girls.
Thick and winning?
You thick and you winning. Let's go. So, yeah. So if you research on Instagram, I was the first one to start posting that. Thick and Winning, #ThickAndWinning. That's my hashtag. And it was all about loving your curves, loving yourself as you are, and being beautiful. So I had a set of challenges for myself, a set of modeling challenges. Like, these are the photo shoots I want to be able to execute without feeling insecure. So I had the bathtub with the milk.
This one got like a bowl of syrup.
My wife can watch this. Hold up.
I had a bowl of syrup.
I had the beach,
the
desert, the beach, the desert, and the body paint. So these were challenges to myself to break myself out of my own comfort zone, and they turned into a thing. So people started looking for them every Wednesday. So now every Wednesday I drop a new photo shoot, #ThickAndWinning. So it's just become a.
That's on Instagram.
Oh, you got to pick up the phone, bro. We in the interview.
It's just become a thing. He's like, so can I Google it?
I'm in the podcast. So how your magazine? How you get that? That's their first issue.
That's their first issue. That was a big deal for me. Shouts to Crave Magazine. Shouts to Crave Models. You know, I reached out to them. I talked to them a little bit, and they were like, "Hey, we'd love to have you a part of it." And so I sent them the photo shoot. Nobody's ever seen this photo shoot, by the way. Like, it's an exclusive. I sent it to them. They were like, "Oh, we love it. You're in the magazine." So, and then I got the cover back, and I was like, "Ah."
They give you the bag?
Huh?
You got the bag?
You don't get paid for being in a magazine.
You don't? It's like an interview, huh? You don't get paid for me. But at least you get paid for the cover.
It doesn't matter. The biggest thing for me is like exposure. Yeah, I got an album out. So for me, I care more about the promotion behind it and the exposure behind it than I do everything else. So, you know, that was something I really wanted to do, and I was really proud of it. So
it looks great.
Can I ask you something about that your news album?
Yes.
Everybody seemed to like the 7 Deadly Sins.
Speak to the microphone.
Can you break it down for me? The 7 Deadly Sins.
7 Deadly Sins is not my favorite record on the album, but I'm going to tell you something about 7 Deadly Sins. It's my favorite record concept-wise on the album because it's me breaking down the evils that surround me in the industry. Like, it's me breaking down some of the things as a female rapper you're faced with. You got people hating on you. You got people who going out their way to give you a hard time. You got guys hitting on you all the time. You got, like, all these things going on around you. And I started realizing, like, I'm sitting there one day, I'm like, yo, it's literally the 7 deadly sins going on around me. Like, all of them are happening around me. So I tried to articulate that and articulate my frustration with some of the things I was seeing going on around me. You know, for example, you know, we talked about the girls twerking. Like, you have an artist, she may not be that good, but she's willing to sleep with somebody. So she'll get further than somebody like me who's talented, who's not willing to go that route. You see what I'm saying? Right. So 7 Deadly Sins was kind of me just voicing my own frustration with the people around me, the people I've seen, the people I've not introduced to, but you know, you start running into people and you're like, I don't like your energy, you're moving weird, there's something funny about this situation. So it's me navigating. So it's one of my favorite concepts on the album. It's the second most streamed song on the album, actually.
What's your religion? What's your religious thing?
I I am not. All right, my grandfather was a pastor, but I'm not religious. I am spiritual.
Right.
So I don't really get into one religion. I'm just spiritual. I believe that
a lot of people are more spiritual than religious. I understand. That's
I believe there's truth in every religion. I believe if you sat down and looked at them all side by side, they all tell the same story from a different perspective.
Same principles.
Yeah. So I take a little bit of everything. I talk about Buddha one day. I talk about Jesus the next day. I talk about
They don't make you an atheist.
Yeah. Nah.
Malcolm, so if you're back to Indifferently Media.
Oh, shouts to them for my sparkly cut, by the way. Sparkly.
Hey, shout out my sister Tyrica Newton. Hit her up on Facebook at Erica Reed. Bring that bag.
Yeah,
t-shirts too. We got
t-shirts too. All our merch. All our merch done by Erica Reed Creations.
Boom! I got a t-shirt. I'm official. So yeah, shout outs to them. But anyway. Sorry.
Oh, no, you straight.
Go ahead, big dog.
Now, I just want to ask about Crush, because that might be my favorite record.
That is my favorite. That's one of my favorite, yeah.
That's one of my favorite songs all time. So, like, how did that flip happen? Like, how did you make that?
I got the beat for Crush, and I kept hearing in the melody, for me, it kept taking me back to Junior Mafia Crush. Like, just something about that melody, and I kept just, no, you see me on the video. So I hummed it. I hummed it to Kennard, and I was like, Kennard, can you flip this hook for me? And I hummed it, and I wrote it out for him, and he went in the studio, and he flipped it. And I was like, yes, that's exactly what I need. And then I wanted to pay homage without stepping on anybody's toes. So for me, it was very important. I started the flow off with a Lil' Kim flow, but that I evolved it into my own take on the song. So I was very careful with that record. It was like 6 months before I finally was okay with that. My part was fine, but I almost didn't put it on the album because I was worried that people would perceive it wrong, or they would perceive me as not trying to pay homage. But people got it, so it worked out. So
yeah, well, as a fan, like, I like when artists take those type of risks and do records that most artists probably wouldn't do because of that. Yeah. And I really appreciated that on that album.
Thank you.
Because it was like,
and
that
it won
was
an award too. It won Best Collaboration in New Jersey at the Hip Hop Junkie Awards. I won Best Collaboration for that.
Where'd you meet Kennard and
Kennard hit me up on. Kennard's a Facebook fan. Kennard hit me up, was like, "Yo, I sing," and I'm like, "Yeah, sure, kid." You know, for like months. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, sure. And he was like, "Well, check this link out." And I clicked it, and I was looking for a male singer for that song. I didn't know anybody, and I'm like, "Dang, I can't think of nobody." And it just like the next day, he's like, "Check this link out." And I clicked it. I said, "Oh my God, like you're good. Like, whoa, like I wasn't expecting it." So I called him. I called his his management, and I was like, "Yo, I need him on this record. Like, I will pay for studio time. I'll do whatever. I need him on this record." And he was like, "Yeah, no problem. Like, I'm so honored that you want me on the record because I've been listening to your music for months. Like, I'm so excited." And I was like, "Let's do it." He's in Maryland, so you know we made it happen. Got the studio in Maryland, laid the hook. Had my guy mix everything, and that was that. So shouts to Kennard. He's super dope. He makes great music, and he has a phenomenal voice. That was one of my favorite R&B features that I did was with Kennard. So and Lion Gamble, shouts to him. That's my homeboy.
That Flower's hard too.
Flower, yeah.
That one had the guitar instrumental.
Delicate Flower. That one. Yeah, Flower. I wrote the and let me say this.
And you sang on that too.
Lyric sings on it. Lyric G sings on that one. I write all the R&B, so if you hear singing on my album, I wrote it.
But you do write R&B.
I write R&B. Yeah, I can't sing worth a damn, but I can write it and I can tell you how it's supposed to sound.
If writing an R&B sound like writing a poem, or
R&B is harder to me and that's why I like it because it's a challenge because you have to stretch things out. Like the word "the" can go "the," you know what I mean? You gotta. It's not just like
that was a little vocal right there. That was a little vocal right there. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean?
Oh my God!
Vocal right there.
I can't sing, but I can hold it enough to tell them how it's supposed to sound. Like, listen here, that's not the note. That's not the note. Come down, anime, come down.
Sing it from here. Sing it from the diaphragm.
I don't like that. Nah, bring it down. Bring it down.
Yeah. So, but if you hear somebody singing, I wrote it.
Right.
If you hear a hook, I wrote it. If you hear a poem, I wrote it.
I be reading your posts. I know.
I know you know.
So you got 4. You say you got what? 14, 15 books of short stories.
I got 15 books of stories. No, they're not all short. Some of them is like.
You said short stories.
But most of them is short. But I got a couple long ones in there.
Do you see any of them manifesting into anything?
I got 2 I'm publishing at the end of the year. I've just been trying to find the right publishing company. I think I'm gonna go with Amazon because Amazon also will deliver it to the Kindle.
You about to get that Bezos bread?
Hey. Amazon will also deliver it to the Kindle, so that's why I'm pushing towards Amazon because included in your package you get the Kindle release too.
So you about to quit your job soon?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, the people that she managed.
I ain't about to hire all of them to work for me. Like, hey, come here and answer this phone.
Oh, hell.
Listen, I'm looking for a job right now. I got a job, but I'm looking. I'm staying looking.
Let's go.
Shit. Oh, no, but while you playing.
Right.
I sent my resume.
Right?
Damn, you got shortcut
You
me.
ain't do Brentley Media.
I tell you what, I'll hire y'all both.
You better than me, bro. You know you can write
I'll
this
hire
shit,
y'all
baby.
both.
Hey, bro, she only said she's gonna hire y'all on the podcast. After the podcast.
She gonna hire both of them.
She didn't hire y'all on it. Like, nah, I don't like the way that was at.
Shit.
He from Jersey. He'll come on.
Oh, yeah, she gonna hire him.
I'm about to stop this friend request what I'm about to do.
You just hit the friend
I
request.
can leave that mofo right here.
Oh, that's wild.
Yo, y'all so stupid.
So what makes you make music? What drives you to make music?
Self-expression. When I was young, my father was on drugs. My mother was a social worker. She worked 3 jobs.
Damn, how the fuck?
My grandfather. Right. Let's explain that one. My grandfather died when I was 12. My brother went to jail for murder when I was 14. I had no voice. I was like, how do I talk about things? Like, how do I open up? And so I started writing poetry, and the poetry, it was there, but it didn't have a feeling. I was like, man, this is lame. Like, it's not feeling. And Funk Master Flex was playing "Who Shot You" by Biggie on the radio over, and you know how he do. Over, start over, drop a bomb, start over. So he's playing it over and over, and I took the tape deck, and I'll show you how old I am. I took the tape deck, and I hit record, and I recorded that little loop of the beat, and I looped it.
You had a real tape, and you put the tape in a little side.
Put the tape in A, and put the tape in B, and then I just kept making a dub until I had a 3-minute dub of it, and I took that poem, and I put the poem over the beat, and that was it. And the opening bar of that poem is like, my brother was in jail for murder, 1st degree, you choose to fuck with me, and then you see, and then it went downhill from there.
Go ahead and get it. What was it? Go ahead and get it. Yo. That shit went hard. You should recycle that one. You gotta recycle that.
He's out of jail now, so I can't recycle it. Shouts to my brother D. Hey, he just came off of probation.
Ain't no such thing as double jeopardy. Like, hey, you better get a child for that.
Yeah, shouts to my brother. Yeah, he's home. It is what it is. And he's my biggest fan, so shouts to him. Jimmy, yo.
Yo, he's different, man.
I got a whole list of questions right there. I'm ready.
Go ahead, Brent. Go with another one of your questions. Yo, we're going to go to Malcolm after you.
Who are your musical influences?
My musical influences, a lot of them never achieved greatness. Like, a lot of them got these little BS deals and didn't know what to do and failed. Like, I have a friend who got signed with Def Jam and sat on his mom's couch for years and years and years, and nobody ever heard that.
He just telling everybody he had a deal?
Yeah, I got a deal, I'm about to be out of here. And I'm like, okay. 2 years later, he's still in the same spot. They dropped him. I have another friend who got a deal and blew all of the money, and the label seized his house, the label seized his car. So that being said, like, a lot of my influences never got to see the light of day, but in terms of people who are signed, I'm from Jersey, so I grew up seeing Queen Latifah move. Like, that's first things first.
Did he tell you to say that?
No.
Because he said that you remind him of Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah, when I was 8 years old, I seen Queen Latifah, Naughty by Nature, and them shoot those music videos. So for me, it's personal. Like, I grew up seeing that.
You ain't gonna tell how old you is?
No.
I done got a feel for it. I know.
Yeah, right. So,
how long you say you been rapping?
You about the same age.
Anyway.
30
plus.
Anyway, when I was a kid, I seen them shooting these videos. I went with my cousins. I remember Naughty by Nature giving us merchandise. I remember Tretch giving me $20 and a t-shirt because we would stand out there while that video, if you ain't never come from the ghetto, don't wait. If you ain't never from the ghetto, don't come to the ghetto. You remember that song? Everything's gonna be alright. Yeah, they shot down the roof of my building. Like, I was on the ground watching them on the roof.
How long did it take for you to figure out what OPP meant?
My mother.
I It took me a while.
Was that a planned question?
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. My mother wouldn't tell me what it meant. I kept saying, "What does that stand for?"
We about the same fucking age.
I'm like, "Mom, what does the last P stand for?" And she's like, "I'm like, oh, it's for other P. It's for people starting to the last P. Well, that's not so simple. What's the last P?"
It ain't that simple.
And she was like, "Playground. It's playground." I was like, that doesn't make sense.
She's probably about 37, 38.
I'm definitely not 38. Definitely not. Whoa.
Bro, you don't try to guess a woman's age. That's stupid.
Whoa.
Tell them that's stupid. No,
I'm
don't
an
do
old
it.
head in a young head's body. I'm an old head, young head's body. My cousins are all older than me. So all my cousins that had deals are like 8 years older than me.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Just go like 30.
No, we're gonna keep saying 27 until somebody call me on them. I'm gonna turn 28.
You ain't 20. I'm 25. You're
Right.
27.
Right.
But you opened up for KRS-One?
Yes.
What was that like?
Nerve-wracking.
How did that come about first?
I met him at the airport, and I helped his wife with luggage, and he stood up, and I
trying to
said,
get in.
he stood up, and I said, "You're KRS-One," and he goes, "Yes, I am," and I was like, "Okay." Like,
did you start spitting right then?
No. Actually, I didn't even interact with them on a music level. Like, she thought I was cool. I helped them close the trunk. I was like, "Hey, if y'all need anything, just reach out to me." I connected with her on a business level because number one, that's his wife. I'm not gonna be like, "Hey, KRS, that's your wife." I'm not gonna disrespect your wife. So I started connecting with her, and we started talking, and I felt like I had a lot to learn from her because she runs the business. She runs the business, and her and the kids run the business. And I was like, I need to pay attention to her because she's doing what I'm trying to do. She's running it independently. She's his manager. She does everything behind the scenes, the PR, all of that. And I'm like, the travel arrangements, I was like, this is who I need to learn from. So she invited me to a show, and I'm nervous. I mean, I talk about nervous, like I was shaking, and I'm not even performing. And she was like, "Just come out. I got your tickets. Just come in and tell them you with me." I come in, we in VIP with her and him and everybody, and they're like, "You want Red Bull?" Because I told them I like Red Bull. So she's like, "You want some Red Bull, some M&Ms?" I was like, "Yeah." So she got me some Red Bull, some M&Ms, and we're talking, and I have a handful of merchandise. And I'm like, "Hey, I rap!"
You got that passing out merch?
Yeah, I was definitely passing out merch. F you mean. It was all the people in there, I was passing out merch.
How old were you when this happened?
This was just a couple years ago. So,
she ain't gonna never get that number. I tried.
Right.
I keep trying. You just told me a couple.
I'm
like,
y'all can make up numbers. That's cool. But I gave her the CD, and she was like, I said I rap. She was like, "Really? Oh my god, give me your music." So I gave her my album. I only had the first album out. I gave her the first album. I gave her some merchandise. They listened to my album from the time they pulled out all the way back to New York. By the time they got to New York, she called me. She was like, "We need you to open for him in 3 weeks in Greensboro." He cut his set by 10 minutes to put me on the set.
That's what's up. That's
yeah.
Now, what was your what was the question you asked though?
I was asking how that was.
Oh my god, it was amazing. So the first show, it snowed and I couldn't do. That was in Charlotte. I couldn't do the first show. So she was like, "I tell you what, next Saturday, meet me in Richmond. We're gonna be at the theater." So I'm not thinking. I'm like, "Yeah, okay, the theater. Okay, yeah, I'll be there." I'm in the car. I got 6 people in the car with me. She's like, "How many people are with you?" I said, 6. She said, "No problem. Come to the back door." She said, "What's your rider?" I said, "What's a rider?" She said, "What do you want in your dressing room?" I said, "Red Bull M&Ms." I got there. She had a big old bowl of M&Ms for me and a whole thing of Red Bull, like a fridge full of Red Bull. And I was like, "Oh my god!"
How old were you again? You asking no alcohol?
No, I didn't want. No, I don't drink when I'm performing. I don't drink until after I perform because I get up there and curse everybody out. So the Jersey in me comes out. So. Like, "I hate you! You get on my nerves! You made my drink weak!"
Have you ever had a bad show?
Yeah, everybody has. Everybody's had a bad show. I tripped over a cord one time. I was like, "Okay."
You feel like Beyonce?
I didn't fall. I was like crackhead. I was like, oh, Barry, go Barry. I didn't fall.
Yeah. So what's the biggest venue you performed at?
The biggest venue we did, Boosie and Cardi B, and there was 20,000 people there. That was the biggest venue I did. KRS is second biggest.
What's the smallest?
The smallest venue I did was 4 people. And I was like, "Hey, y'all, all 4 of y'all."
Did you ever go to the front?
Yeah. I said, "No, what I did?" I said, "Okay, okay, well, since it's only y'all in here, I'm just going to get down and rap with y'all out
here.
Off the stage. Yeah, I got on the stage and rap next to them at the bar because I was like, well, since y'all just the only ones here, you know. And that was, you know, at that time, I only had one song recorded, and they put me to open the show. But what they learned is you can't have me open the show because don't nobody pay attention to nobody else after I rap.
Right.
So.
That's why the show where I didn't meet you, I met you, but you might not remember. But
yeah.
The show I met you at was at the Lady Rain event.
Yes.
And it was like 20 people, 30 people. I had one of my homies with me, what's her name? And she did her thing, and then you started what's her name? And what made me, I was bored by then. I was bored. I was like, Lord Jesus. Now that the performance just taking so long, I've been there for like 6 hours. I'm lit.
6 hours.
I'm lit. So then you come on, and what made me get it about you? They didn't have your mic right or something. You like, yo, you have to turn my mic up or something.
They had Roofie, the song Roofie was playing at 2 beats per minute. And it was like, no, it was playing too slow. It was playing too slow, and I was like, I'm rapping, I'm like, that's not the beats per minute. I said, no. One over there, I was like, it needs to be at 143. and then
I'm like, oh shit, then I'm up, and then she started doing some shit on the wall. What's the name? Like, yo, I had a wristband, but I lost it at work.
That's okay. Trash. I got more in the trunk.
Alright, well, we're gonna need some. But yeah, that's why I mentioned that. So what makes you do that? Like, okay, that 4 venue might have been alright, but what makes you still do like small shows like that? Being that you know what I'm saying?
I like doing the small shows because I get to try out new stuff without the risk of being in front of 20,000 people. So as far as the small shows to me are like my practice room. Like I could come in there and get live feedback. So I could see, okay, they didn't really like when I did that part, but they like this part. Okay, they didn't like that song, but they like this song a lot. So I can tweak my set until I find a sweet spot. I can do songs that I don't normally do. Like I could do Flower, which I don't normally do. Because usually when I do show, they want to hear clap. They want to hear the up-tempo stuff. Yeah. But I can do the smaller show and do the slower stuff, and it's not a problem because it's not thrown off the flow of the show. So I like doing the small shows. I like getting out, shaking hands, kissing babies, and this is the truth. I gain more following at the small shows because I'm handing out merchandise. I'm taking phones and adding Instagrams. You know, I throw out every show. I throw out T-shirts. I didn't throw any out that show because I only had.
You gave me a wristband. Yeah, I'm like, yo, who are you? She said, take a picture of my shirt.
Yeah, I only had pink. I only had pink left, but I normally throw out 2 shirts every show, and then I'm merchandised up. Like I got so much merchandise.
Hey, we're trying to get there.
Yeah, so
we need that merchandise plug.
It's important to have merchandise, and I will plug y'all in, cause you know I got some good vendors.
I got my plug. I don't know what he's talking about. You know, shout out Eric Career.
Hey,
yeah.
But
me too.
That's why I still do the small shows though, because to me it's like I feel like until I get to a level where I'm being flown lots of different places all the time, I'm not going to snub anybody's show. If I say I can't do a show, it's either A, because the venue is crazy and I'm like, I'm not going there, or B, it's because I've got something else going on that day. But I try my best to still be in the area.
So have you ever got to a place to do a show like, man, hell, fuck no?
Yes, absolutely.
So what's the hell fuck no like this? This is what I'm not gonna do. Like,
I got to the show.
Ain't no back door.
I did a show in South Carolina, and they had one jukebox speaker. The other one was blown out. The mic was coming out in the pool room, but the beat is coming out next to me, so I couldn't even hear what I'm rapping on.
Yeah, the long cord on like a house
phone.
phone.
All you was hearing was beat. Like you couldn't hear the actual song, you just hearing the drums. So I couldn't even hear myself back there. And then the stage, when you step on the stage, the front of the stage was falling forward. I said, no, this is what we're not doing. No. And I didn't perform. And actually he felt bad and he put me on a bigger show because he felt bad.
What you got?
What do I have? Shit for you.
Hey, I got some shit.
I just want to say I like y'all interview because y'all got a lot of questions.
Thank you.
Oh, shit.
Y'all do y'all research. Thank you.
Thank you,
Mr. Notepad Paper.
Thank you. Somebody been throwing my questions away.
I don't write anything down. It's just freestyle.
You're a real nigga, man.
Thank you.
You're a real. I've been watching you over there. You're a real nigga.
Yo, you get on my nerves, bruh. Shout out to Jimmy, man. That's my nigga.
You probably answered this already, huh? What was the transition like when you were moving down here from Jersey and doing this shit?
It wasn't bad because I wasn't doing music when I moved down. When I moved down, I was frustrated with living in New Jersey. I had just lost my job. I had lost my apartment. I was house hopping, And I came down to visit, and me and my brothers went to the club. And I was like, you know what? What I got to lose? I'm coming down. So I came down. That was before my daughter was even thought of. Like, and I came down. I visited a little bit, and then eventually I wound up just coming down. And at the time I wasn't doing music, but I missed it. And people kept sending me beats, and sending me songs, and why you not doing music? What's going on with you? Are you depressed? I'm coming down to get you. Like, people was flipping out on me because I was like not doing nothing. They was like, no. What is the problem? Like, what do I have to do to get you to do music? And then my brothers, like my close friends back home, they're like, yo, V, man, you're not about to go out like that, yo. You about to hit some beats, yo. You about to, I'll give you all the studio time.
That's an impression of y'all Jersey niggas.
Yeah, that's my impression. That's how
so what made you move to North Carolina?
My mother was here. My mother moved here. We were taking care of my grandfather. He's 91. He has a twin sister who's 91. And he needed help. He was having dementia. So my mom moved, and she was like, I need help. So I was like, do I stay here where I don't have nothing right now, or do I go help my mom?
Family first, you do what you have to do.
Yeah, so I came down, and in the beginning, when I first started doing music again, I traveled back a lot. I was back in Jersey like every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks I was in Jersey doing a show, doing an interview, doing something. And then I did an audition to open for Pastor Troy and Crime Mob out here. Yeah. That was...
Just stop blowing body. You got to pause for a sound of thing. Just blow by this shit.
That was my first show in North Carolina was Pastor Troy and Crime Mob, and I was like,
yeah.
And it's just not stopped.
That's all you had for it? That was it.
I love Pastor Troy.
Yo, for real.
That's the first lady. Don't be drunk with it.
Oh my god, that Vice Versa.
Yeah, don't be drunk, man.
That's my song. Vice Versa by Pastor Troy is my song.
That's everybody's song.
Yo, that song, it was such a dope concept. Like, yo, what made you think if heaven was hell and vice versa?
My daddy a preacher, like he growed up in the church.
My aunt was a Christian. She didn't understand that. She said, turn it.
And she gonna make you fight or cry.
Yeah, or both.
You gonna fight or cry.
Or fight and cry.
Maybe. If he hit you hard.
Oh, no.
Shit! I hit the wrong motherfucker.
This motherfucker's stupid.
Can we get your top 5 active rappers?
Top 5 active rappers?
And then we get your favorite top 5 of all time.
Yeah, that means you can't say Biggie or Tupac.
Yeah, no Biggie, no Pop.
My top 5 active rappers. Do they have to be really active or just kind of active?
Just kind of living.
Like an album in the last year. If they dropped an album in the last 2 years, they
My favorite active rappers, I would say Fabulous, Jadakiss.
Oh, she going straight up north. I knew it.
Fabulous, Jadakiss,
in
Nas.
no particular order.
No order at all. Nas, Jay-Z, and I don't know.
So yo, your first 2 was Fabulous and Jadakiss.
In no particular order.
Jason?
I love it.
Okay, that's all you need to know.
No, I love it. Fabulous to me.
Who better, Freddie or Jason?
Ooh, see, we're not gonna do that.
Yes, we're gonna do that.
I'm a real nigga.
Jada would kill Fab.
My whole thing with Jadakiss and Fabulous both is they sneak it in on you. Like they'll say something that sometimes you gotta rewind it a couple times. Like, yo, did he just say that? Like, that's one thing I always loved about Fabulous. Is like he sneaks stuff in there and people don't catch it. Like people underestimate him. Like you don't catch some of the stuff he says, but like if you really pay attention, he got some punches there.
Oh yeah.
So I definitely love the lyricists. Shouts to all the lyricists everywhere. Period. Because I love the lyricists.
To me, Jadakiss and Fabulous, both of them more feature rappers. Like their albums don't really be banging. Like they can't put out a whole album that don't be banging.
Jadakiss,
like
40 bars of terror. Is it 40 bars of terror? It's 40 bars or something. That shit.
They got about 3 or 4 songs up there that I like.
Nah, I ain't rolling.
I kind of see what you're saying.
I get what you're saying, but he's not a song.
But on features, each feature they own, them shits is fire, and they the hottest one on all of them.
Hey, that's been my whole career.
The great thing about music
we're not talking about you.
I don't care. Throw myself in there. This broke ass podcast. This your host, Zany.
But we ain't really broke. We ain't really.
Yo, I'm done with y'all.
You see all this shit though? No.
The great thing about music is subject to each person's perception.
Right.
You feel me? So like I can have a top 5 list, your list is completely different. Yeah. But your list may make me go listen to your list and then I'm like, oh, okay, I see why you feel that.
You just named all the top rappers in New York. That's all you just did.
I'm from Jersey. I mean
North Jersey.
Cole.
Kendrick is good.
Cole, how you feel about Cole since you from Jersey and now you in North Carolina?
I definitely like Cole and Kendrick. I don't put them in my top 5 because I don't listen to them enough. So that's why I didn't put them in my top 5. Kendrick, I've just started getting more into, and I'm like, yo, Kendrick is actually really dope. I like TDE as a whole. Like, I love them as a whole, like as a unit.
Your turn, Malcolm.
What?
Nah, go ahead.
I love TDE as a whole. Yeah, I think to me they could do no wrong right now. Like, I love them as a unit.
I love Kendrick too. He's not my favorite out of TDE though.
I know that, but y'all both fuck with TDE.
No, I get it. Like Ab-Soul is my favorite out of there.
Ab-Soul.
Yeah. Who would you like to work with as far as producers or producer-wise, Dr. Dre. If I could work with anybody, definitely Dr. Dre. I could hear myself on some Dre beats. Swiss Beats, man, that's always been a Swiss Beats, Timbaland. Like I'm like a heavy hitter when it comes to like producers I want to work with. Man. The heavy hitters is who I go for, and Vinny Idol, who is Jadakiss's producer. You know, I have a lot of love for the heavy hitters because I like when I hear them put something together. I'm like, damn, what made them think to put that in that beat? Or like, especially Timbaland, because Timbaland is very good at like putting stuff in there that you didn't expect. Like, why is there a baby crying in this beat? I don't know, but it's lit. You know, so
yeah, you might hear that shit on one of the records I recorded. It's just literally my kid. Just back here. They were too loud.
And we kept it. It was the ad-lib.
DMX is back, y'all.
DMX is super back, and I'm so excited.
I wouldn't say super back. I don't want to say super.
He's gonna be alright. He's gonna be alright.
He performed at the Revolt House.
Yes. Yes, actually.
I ain't gonna say he's fully back.
He seems focused right now. He seems focused. I respect the hell out of DMX. I respect the hell out of the whole Rough Riders camp. Like, I really, really do. Like, if I could go back in time and sign with anybody I wanted to sign with, it would have been Rough Riders, or it would have been Interscope, or
not Rock. I would sign with Rock Nation.
I would have signed with
Rockefeller.
I would have signed with Rockefeller at a point. There got to be a point where it just started being like, okay, I don't know if I want to sign with that. But Rough Riders was one, when they fizzled out in terms of the label, I was so disappointed because I was so in love with them as the way they moved, their creativity, the way they fed off of each other. Like, they were a unit. Like, you knew, oh no, we Rough Riders, we double R, that's it. And I love that about them. And, you know, Rockefeller at one point, Interscope, just because you get a little bit more creative control. But
do you feel that way at Interscope?
Compared to like Universal or like Atlantic, Interscope, you get a little bit more freedom with who you are as a person than you do the other two.
I can see that.
At Interscope? That's him and them, right?
Yeah, because a lot of their music seems to be leaning more towards
it's more
their
organic.
signatures.
Their stuff is more organic. They create
more.
Oh,
you mean like No Force?
They create more organic brands than they do. Like, if you look at Shady Records, you look at 50 Cent's label, you look at TDE, you look at all these labels that are on that side, they're a little bit more creative control than you look at like Universal, where it's like they put the Universal stamp on it, but they're like,
yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. When you say it that way, that makes sense.
I know. I'm kidding.
Nah, she cocky. That's why I like her. Yo. I'm glad you came on the Broke Ass podcast.
Look, I'm cocky, but I'm humble. I came all the way down here to sit in this chair and talk to y'all.
I've been waiting for it for 3 months.
That's right.
And he was an hour late. We like, God, he ain't never going.
It was like 30 minutes. It was like,
you was a snitch. See, look. Oh, thank you. Jimmy's my man. He corrected it. 30 minutes.
Y'all gotta relax.
ZD 6'9".
ZD 6'9".
Purple hair got their faggots on your back.
Bro, you can't say faggot. I told you.
I said it in the song, like I didn't say it myself.
They killed Ross.
That was Rick Ross,
but they almost
just said that.
Yo, I'm done.
Yo.
I'm done with both of y'all.
So
both of y'all on timeout. Both of y'all.
Nah, that was
Don't make me turn this podcast around.
I just got a 4-year relationship. My timeout is over.
My timeout is stop it, Jimmy. Let's go back to Indubitably Media.
Well, I'm loading up my next question.
Wait, no, listen.
We're going to Indubitably Media.
Look at his face. He's like, okay, I guess.
But yo, y'all niggas stupid, man. So what was the last album to come out that you would consider a classic?
God.
Look at him with the tough question.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Oh man. See, I think here's the thing. One thing I want to say: we overuse the term classic.
I agree.
Classic and repeat worthy are two different things. A classic album is an album that stands the test of time. A repeat worthy album is something that you may play over and over a few times, and then eventually you're gonna get tired of playing it. And I think that the last classic album, God, I mean, it's a long time ago. Like, really, seriously, like a lot of stuff has come out that. Like I'm gonna listen to it a few times, but I wouldn't call it a classic. And that's just being, I really can't, I have to think about that one, because I gotta think about one of the last.
I'm going back to Carter 3. Carter 3.
Carter 3.
Oh, when the last time you
listened
to it, though?
Right.
Yesterday.
You
did? You listened to the classic. The Carter came out 11 years ago.
When did you listen to the Carter 3 yesterday?
My mama always told me I was crazy, and them hoes say I'm amazing, but I don't listen to them ladies. That's a bitch say I'm hot. She said, man, look, that song, the hook was crazy.
That's what I feel about, like, where we confuse the two. Is like a classic, like, all right, like Lauryn Hill, for example. I haven't listened to it in 10 years, but if I pick it up today, I'm still going to feel them same feelings I felt the first time I heard it. That's a classic.
Lauryn Hill is still living, yo.
Yeah.
I play it in the car about once a week.
That's my album.
So you get, what's the last classic you heard? You listen to way more music than the average person.
Well, you're probably not going to like this, but I think To Pimp a Butterfly is probably the last one.
That.
Yeah.
What the fuck is To Pimp a Butterfly?
Kendrick Lamar. Greatest album that he dropped.
And it didn't hit a lot of people at first, but then give it a couple months, everybody could like, yo, I didn't know. I didn't know it was this. So
yeah.
To Pimp. Or, my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good.
Forest Hill Drive. People still saying it's not a classic. That shit is a classic to me. So I have to say that before Wayne. So
you know why I think Forest Hill Drive is because people keep going back to it.
That shit hit.
Keep going back to it. People, no matter how, like people, even with the Middle Child song out now, people go back to Forest, you know, so.
Cause Middle Child like, oh shit, I forgot Cole can spit like this. Right. And you go listen to 2014 Forest Hill Drive, you like, yo.
So what you think about the new Cole?
I think it's dope. I think what Cole did which was genius, is he took his old self and his old persona and combined it with new methods, and he reinvented himself. And I think that's a dope way to be.
That's exactly what he said yesterday. Answer the same question. I was already prepared for the podcast. Preparing my questions and stuff.
Cole about to take his fucking throne, bro.
Yeah.
Drake!
Shout out to real quick, shout out to Rhapsody, because that Cole and Rhapsody song didn't get as much play as I thought it would. That was a dope record.
But Rhapsody, I gotta correct you because you're from Jersey.
You know I'm from Jersey.
Shout out Rhapsody, yo. Yeah. She's the best female rapper in the game.
Yeah. But it ain't that many. Like, there's a lot of females in the game, but there's not a lot of female rappers in the game. Like, they're entertainers more than me.
Yo, let's get that. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, because you're a female rapper. I meant to ask that question.
I feel like in the industry, one thing we do that's really annoying is we feel like there can only be one.
Do you think they both removed the red?
Yo!
This dude, man.
That's a serious question.
That's a good question, yo. I'm laughing.
I feel like Nicki did. I don't know about Carly.
Look at her on my face. Like,
I don't know if Carly did though.
Ribs.
I got a slap in the stick right now.
Like you need these two ribs. You don't like your waist that skinny? I got you.
Now here we
Cardi's very open about her surgery. She talks about getting enhanced all the time. She was a stripper. She talks about it. Like it's not. She does. One thing I like about Cardi is she's not apologetic. She's just kind of like, this is who I am. Oh well. Yeah, I used to strip. So yeah, I had a breast job. So
and people respect her for that.
Yeah.
More than a person's gonna say no. I can literally see that you got 40 ounces of booty enhancement, but you gonna tell me you don't got no booty enhancement.
Yeah, I think that the big problem with the industry right now, and this is the difference. There was a photo circulating on Facebook that was really dope. It was from the 80s, and it had about 45, 50 female rappers in the photo. And they were like, what happened that we can't have 45, 50 female rappers in the game anymore?
Because they all hate on each other.
Exactly, but it's not always legitimate hate. Sometimes it's somebody intercepted and made it hate. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you get.
I think like it's the label thing.
It's not even just a label because it even happens.
It
even happens like there's a girl back home. I'm not gonna name her name, but she doesn't like me. But she doesn't like me because somebody told her not to like me. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
does
it's
she
like
have a fake booty?
She does have a fake booty, but she doesn't like me because somebody told her not to like me. And then when I finally got to talking to her, she's like, "Well, so and so said that I shouldn't like you because this and that." And I was like, "Okay, but I don't talk to that person, so why would they tell you that?" And she's like, "I don't know." And I'm like,
followers.
You see what I'm saying? So that being said, there's a follower and there's a leader mentality. And if you're a follower in any way, when you got people in your circle that are yes men, they're going to tell you to hate on somebody. They're going to tell you not to like somebody. And you may not have a basis for it. So when I see Nicki and Cardi, I see us as trying to so-and-so versus so-and-so. Why? Why?
I fuck.
Why is it right? I like both their music. It doesn't have to be one versus the other.
Because a lot of people think you can't have two people at the top. But to me, I feel like if you're at the top of your game, you're at the top of your game, it doesn't mean that somebody else can be at the top of their game. You can be at the top of
your game in different ways. And I'll use North Carolina for example. You have artists who are bubbling locally in one way. You know, this person's bubbling because they're doing a lot of great shows. But this person's bubbling because they're ghostwriting for somebody. But this person's bubbling because they're doing features. This person's bubbling because they're doing this and that. No one person's career is meant to be the same.
Right.
And I think that's where the problem is we try to make all the women's careers exactly the same. And it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be. Look at Queen Latifah versus Lil' Kim. That's two totally different lanes.
Yeah.
You know, look at Missy. We'll do Missy versus Rod Digga. Two different things.
Women got to learn that you could both flourish in the same lane. Yeah. Like just because we're in different lanes, we don't got to be in different lanes to flourish. You can all flourish in the same lane.
It comes from being put against each other, where it's like, oh, we only got room for one female on the show. We only got room for one woman.
And that's a media thing, but it's gonna take women to say F it. Like, come on, you know how dope a song would be if you had Nicki, Rem, and Remy Ma.
What?
Nicki, Rem, and Cardi on it.
That bitch will be fine.
That shit is gonna make you.
But it's
2 Chainz up there.
Nah, don't throw them niggas. I ain't
2 Chainz got to be on everybody's feature.
2 Chainz.
That's what separates women from men, because the nigga be like, oh, nah, I'm gonna get on this nigga song because he popping. A woman won't get on a woman's song.
I don't agree with that because you got a lot of women, a lot of men who do. Right,
City Girls don't popping.
Because Cardi is changing the shift of female rap. That was my later point I was gonna get to, but okay.
Yeah. You got a lot of women who say they want to work with women, they want to be supportive of women, but as long as it doesn't outdo them, you feel me? Like there's the thing about being an artist is there's a lot of ego involved with being an artist. So people don't know how to turn their pride down enough to say, you know, I'm dope, but you dope too.
But I always came to with the thought that competition made each other better. Like, why not go for it as that?
Yeah, but then I don't want to like women and their emotions get involved and. Yeah, I don't know, but it's like it's easier for men to work together than it is for women.
Like,
and even to work against each other is easier for men.
Well, and then I'm gonna say this: like men, y'all will scrap in the street, and then somebody will come in between and say, "Y'all need to sit down and talk this shit out."
And it'll happen.
And it'll happen. For women, they'll be like, "I ain't talking to her. I want to talk to her. I don't like her."
And she snatched my weed.
Right? She said my kids was ugly, and it just never gets resolved. Whereas men, eventually, at some point, men will sit down and talk about it. Women, we're trained not to talk about it. We trained to be like,
so y'all hold grudges and
yeah,
just put up that block.
We definitely hold grudges.
But if Remy, Cardi, and Nicki get on the song,
that shit fire.
It'll be some of the greatest shit ever. I promise you.
You want me to call and see if we can put it
I'm gonna call him. Cardi just hit me. You know what I'm saying? But on another note, I think Cardi is shifting it a little bit. Because like you said, Cardi, like Partisan Fontaine, y'all probably don't know that is, but y'all know that backing it up.
Yeah.
That jump. Bro, I've been told you Partisan was what's the name?
I like that song.
Yeah, I do like that song.
I know, bro. I'm waiting for him to impress you, but yeah. That song, Cardi just looking out for people now.
Yeah, Cardi's a different entity. She's real like, you know what, you cool, I'm cool, let's go.
Because she came up, real fast.
She came up from the project.
She didn't really, though.
No, I mean, when she first was on the Love and Hip Hop show, like, I hate her voice. Ooh, damn. Why she so
but she was Instagram famous before she got on
like, so like, she grinded.
Yeah, but she's Instagram famous because she's a popular stripper, too. So, like, she's been coming up.
Nice trick.
She's been coming up, and that's the thing.
You can see them on the internet. They still there. She ain't took them down.
Like,
you want me to send you the link? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
I just think that, the industry is starting to shift. but it, you know, and it even goes back to like Kim and Foxy. Like, why did they have to not like each other? Like, why did you ever notice? Like,
that wasn't really like in the
Kim was over here and she was over here. So what I think is the people that's over the women.
It's the people over the women. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm getting at.
I think that's what it is. And that's what makes it crazy.
When you go talk to a label or when you go talk to a TV show or whatever, and they're like, oh, we only have room for one female. Why? Why do you only have room for one female? There's 27 females in the lobby and 3 men, but you only have room for one female. Do you feel what I'm saying? Like, I've been to showcases. I did a showcase. We were in Atlanta, and there were 18 women on the bill and 4 men. But they only given 1 female winner. So you're putting the women against each other right off the bat because there's more women in here than men, but you giving 2 men a prize and 1 woman.
So do you take your energy to argue that point, or you take your energy and put it in your performance and make sure that you fucking win?
I take our energy and put it in the performance, and then I have the conversation after the fact. Like, yo, I don't think that was right that you only willing to give 1 woman a shot when you had 18 women in there.
You don't feel like that takes away from your energy though? Like,
no, because then I get mad and then I really perform.
Nah, but once one woman like Cardi, she's a boss. Like, she went through all her shit, and now she went from stripping to loving hip hop, now rapping. Now I'm sure she's a boss, right? Mm-hmm. So if you get more women boss, because men dominated, you know what I'm saying? So it's the men at the head of these companies that are fixing.
That's the problem.
So once you get more women bosses,
right,
which is going to happen,
right,
then the more female music, which niggas need. I need female music.
Let's think about the labels. How many label CEOs do you have of women?
I can't name one.
Can you name one? This is the problem. You have a man telling a woman how she's supposed to be a woman.
Right.
You have no female label. Queen Latifah had her label back in the day. She folded, and she decided to pursue other things.
When they shut her down.
Yeah, she started doing other things. You know, I had a label when I was younger. I started Blaze Mike's Entertainment, and that was my label, and it was me and 9 men, and all the men also produced and everything else. And my vision was to change that. But the thing is, like, you know, you need money and time. And I was also very young, so I was like 18, so I didn't know what to do with it. But you know, we got some stuff in the works. But anyway, all I'm saying is you need more females calling the shots to where, you know, it's not so much of a crisis, so to speak, because that's what's happening is you creating franticness in us because you're making us think there's only one spot. There's not only one spot. There's a lot of spots. There's a lot of spots. The good thing I like right now is there's a lot of females behind the scenes. You got a lot of female publicists. You got a lot of female marketing reps. You got a lot of female DJs coming up. Once you start getting those females behind the scenes, it's only a matter of time before they start making their ways into those CEO slots. So that's a good look. I think things are starting to change. Things are trickling a different direction. But yeah, anyway.
That's what's up,
man.
That's
my take on
it. You got something to say about it before we close?
No, I'm learning, man.
I'm passionate.
I didn't say close. I meant close out the topic, yo. But we got to take a break or something because
we hungry.
Yes.
Bro, go pee. I got a question.
I got it, man. Yeah, you got to move. I'm sorry, YouTube. Y'all wasn't there.
YouTube. This is why it's a broke ass podcast.
Damn right. Tell them y'all keep moving.
Just get up and do stuff. It's cool.
Hey, look. So
we'll edit that out later.
What do you think makes it harder for female rappers to be on than men rappers?
I think distractions. You know, women. Generally speaking, there's not that many men are the single parents. There's some men that are single dads, but it's more women that are single parents and more women that are the homemakers and more women that are the caretakers. So you have to kind of balance it a certain way, and it can get frustrating. You know, it can get very frustrating. Some days I'm frustrated. Like, it's very frustrating. Like, when my daughter is homesick and she's got the flu, but I know I got to be at the studio at 8, like,
8 in the morning?
8 at night.
I was about to say, who hit the studio at 8 in the morning?
Nah, I do hit the studio early in the day because I know she's in school, so I don't have to worry about who's watching her. So sometimes I go to the studio in the daytime so that I know she's at school, she get out at 5, then I can shoot home, cook dinner, do what I need to do. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta balance your time. So I just think that we get distracted with life. Like, I think that's just what it is. I know a lot of really dope, talented women that just got distracted with life. They had babies, or, you know, they had to move. Their mom got sick. You know, it's a lot of women. you know, you'll sacrifice to an extent, and it's like, all right, I gotta pay attention to the priorities. You know what I mean? Whereas the men, it's easier. You could be a dad, but you may not have your kid all the time. You might have them every other weekend. You got them on a. I'm not putting anything against dads, but I'm just saying, it's easier for a guy to say, hey, baby, take care of this baby for a couple weeks. I'm going to Atlanta to shoot this music video. Than it is for me as a woman to be like, hey, baby,
right.
I'm about to drop this kid off. You know? And even as a woman, most women aren't even willing to do that. Because we like, oh, hell no. You ain't about to, I'm about to call you every 3 seconds. Who you got around my kid? What y'all eating? You know? So it's different. It's a different focus for us. And I think women just get to a point where they have to make a decision between one or the other. So.
And then from like you coming from the battle rap background, like that means you'll say anything. But when you in your songs, like where do you cross the line? Like, you know, I'm about to be personal in this song about myself, but this is what I'm not gonna say. Like, I'm not gonna let you in on this part of my life.
I have a rule where I won't write about something until it's been at least 6 to 8 months after the topic. Because
so you write about anything. You need time.
Yeah, because if I write about it right then and there, it's gonna be F you and you kill my F and
you act off emotion.
Yeah, I act off emotion. So I don't write about, like, Tell Me on my first album is about me going through a divorce. And I was in an abusive relationship, so it's about my divorce. So, but I didn't write about that until it was over. Because I knew if I wrote about it during the divorce and during the process, it would have been an emotional wreck. And everybody would be like, what the hell is this song about? Like, was she just crying? Like, was it? You know, so I waited until I was done to write about it. You know, I tend to not write about something until I can articulate it how I want to. Like, I'm not going to write about it while it's happening. I'm write about it in hindsight. So what you're going to see is me reflecting on it. You're not going to see me living it. You're going to see me reflecting on it. I'm a private person, so I go through things on my own, and then I write about it. And then that's how I vocalize it and voice it and get my shit off.
So, like, and being a battle rapper, you're supposed to be able to say anything about a person. As a battle rapper, there's something that if you know something about a person and you know it's gonna be like super hurtful, is it something that you won't say about them, even though you know it's gonna give you them snaps?
You know, there's certain rules when you're a battle rapper. You know, for me, where I came up with battle rap, the rules are you don't talk about somebody who's dead. I'm not gonna talk about somebody who's dead. I'm not gonna talk about nobody's children, because that's fighting words. Because if you bring up my kid, I'm gonna punch you in your face.
So if you know somebody got a slow kid and they got a speech impediment, you ain't gonna stutter.
Nope. That means you can't battle rap.
Nope.
That means you cannot battle rap.
No, that's
you
not
can't
true.
battle rap anymore.
But that's why I don't battle rap.
I'm about to say that's why I don't battle rap.
I got to a point where this was right when the battle leagues was just starting, and people was like, "Yo, you should consider doing it." And I'm like, "Nah, like that's not what I wanted for myself. I get joy out of writing the songs. I get joy out of making music, making songs, putting stuff together the right way, like just making a picture. Like to me, it was more about I didn't want to be in that light full time. Like that's just not what I wanted to do. And I'm not a mean-spirited person. Like you really gotta personally piss me off for me to really say some really crappy things.
If you say something mean as a person, it may hurt your feelings a couple days.
If you say something mean to me, I'm gonna lash out so bad.
I'm talking if you say something mean to somebody else, like damn, I shouldn't have said that.
No, not at all. Because if you deserved it, you deserved it. That's where you think I get my name from. My name is Venomous.
Mean.
Yeah.
Venomous. Oh, you ruined the court. Where your name come from?
I cursed somebody out, and he was like, "You so venomous. Why you gotta act that way?"
How old was you?
I was like 16.
What you say? What happened? No, tell them. Let's get the story. What happened?
All right, so me and my best friend, we was walking down the street, and he was picking at me. And he kept picking at me. He said, "Your mother's so stupid, da 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 da. Your cousin's so dumb, da 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 da." I was like, "Yo, shut up, Craig. Yo, da 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 da." He just kept going. I was like, "Yo, shut the what the fuck?" I just spazzed out in the middle of the street. We in the street, like the light done changed. People honking at us. And I was like, he just went off and just walked off.
I was Craig growing up.
And I'm walking.
You still Craig, bitch.
And I'm walking and I look back and he's still standing in the middle of the street. It's raining and shit. It's like a whole movie. It's raining and he's still standing there. I'm like, damn, I don't really fuck up. So we get to school the next day. He's like, before we get to school, he caught up to me. He's like, "Yo, why you do that, yo? Why you say all that?" I was like, "Cause you get on my effing nerves. Like, I can't stand you. Like, stop talking to me. Like, I'm so bad." And keep in mind, my brother just got locked up for murder around this time. So I was an angry hot mess. And I was cursing people out all the time. Like, I was just angry hot mess. And so we get to school, he's like, yo, B, why you gotta be venomous all the time? Why you gotta be so venomous all the time towards me? Like, I was just trying to be funny. Like, it was just a joke. Yo, V. So for like 2 weeks, he's like, yo, what's up, venomous? I was like, stop calling me that. And he's like, yo, you so venomous, though. Why you had to do that? You so venomous. You so venomous. Then everybody's like, ha, 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 we're gonna call her venomous. Ha, ha, ha. So then they started calling me venomous. So at the time, I didn't really have a rap name. They used to call me Little Jada or Jada Kiss or Berta Kiss, or because my name's Roberta. Oh, it's
Berta Kiss. That shit go hard.
Berta Kiss.
Who the fuck y'all want? Berta Kiss.
Little Jada. They used to call me all these little plays off of Jada Kiss because I didn't have a rap name. I was just rapping. Like, I was just jumping. Oh, you rapping? I'm jumping in your cipher. Like, that was just me. I was just getting everybody way. So, Venomous and Berta Kiss kind of take the same amount of syllables. So then I just started tweaking it into my raps, and then I just changed it to M-I-S-S instead of M-O-U-S, and then spent my name since I was like 15, 16. So
big facts. How old are you now? Oh, okay.
Jada Kiss shit right now.
I'm used to interviewing drunk people. That's what it is. He's too sober.
This is the first ever podcast.
It worked who?
This is the first ever podcast.
I been drink. I said I won't go drink. They said you ain't supposed to smoke Newports.
I can't drink.
I'm about to smoke a
This is the
Newport
first sober
or something
podcast
on
for
the
me. I tell you
camera.
That's
that.
because you're on camera. You can't be on camera like this. Like you.
That's how I am right now. Like, hey, you right there?
Hey.
Nah.
Hey, get the camera.
Man, that's the broke ass podcast.
I'm trying not to look at it.
I still is bright. I be acting like it ain't here until I see the lights. And it's like, God damn, all right. We here now.
All right, let me see what else.
I was about to roast you for a second. I had to stop. Hold on.
Hey, bro, you gotta get one off before
Hey,
you end.
okay, what about the Roofies? So,
Yeah.
I love the fucking movie
Bro,
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
And every time I hear the Roofie song, I think about the Wolf of Wall Street when it's had to say the Roofies.
Yeah, that's a
Feel like the boat going down. Fuck that shit. Get the Roofies. Fuck what? I don't remember. That's a great fucking movie.
Nah, you good.
That is a good movie.
I just want to know what the question is.
Right?
Like, what the follow-up? What
You didn't let me fucking finish.
He's like, hey, there were roofies in that movie. It's like, okay.
Well, my question says
Oh,
Wolf of
shit.
Wall Street / Roofies. So I guess when I heard the Roofie song, I just thought about
Hey, yo,
that.
because he don't know what's going on with your question.
You don't know.
Shit, I started out with one. I had 10, bitch. That's a great one.
Thank you, Jimmy, man. We're going to give you a round. Oh,
Jimmy asked good questions, though.
don't tell him that.
You should have seen the 20 he threw away.
Aww.
It was just generic questions that they asked you at every other interview.
What is your name? Where did you come from?
No, not like that.
Yeah.
How old are you?
How long have you been rapping? You heard all the questions.
How old are you?
See?
That's funny.
Are you
as hell. I
Danica
ain't
for
gonna
real?
Huh?
What you should have said, how long ago was that?
Yeah.
Probably.
What year did you
Right,
graduate?
right. I've been every different way.
Oh, y'all.
Okay, bro.
Listen, I'm an interview boss, so I'm going to keep dancing around it.
I see that.
I'm a boss.
How old were you when you had your 9-year-old?
How old was I when I had my 9-year-old?
Yeah. Damn, you should have
An
said
adult?
9-year-old. We would have had it. See, you would have had it. Like, how old are you when you had your daughter?
She at least 21, 27?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I think she's probably about 35.
Mm-mm.
See, I told you to stop. Don't guess the woman age, bruh.
If you say older, they gonna get mad and say, "Nigga, I'm 32, nigga. Don't call me no goddamn 35.
That's the dumbest shit ever.
He don't know what he's talking about. It's okay. Anyway, what was the question? We started talking about Roofie.
I think that was
He
it.
don't know the question.
So what was it? Where did the Roofie song come from?
Roofie
When
is.
you think about Bill Cosby and his
No,
trial?
Get that cigarette.
Roofie was my
Damn, I went this
Roofie
whole
was
hour.
me trying to do like I felt like okay as an artist like One More Chance was really instrumental in Biggie's career because it was a really like sexy record without being like overly, you know, it was a dope record. So Roofie's like my One More Chance. Like I'm the Roofie. Like I'm drugs to my baby like a Roofie. I'm what he's high off of. I'm what he wants. You know what I mean? So that's the whole purpose of the song is that I am intoxicating. So it was an idea. I have a song on the first album.
But you know, like roofies, like you don't remember nothing after you take it.
Well, that's okay. They be out.
Women can't say stuff like that.
They
So you give a nigga a Roofie?
I would not give a nigga a roofie. On the first album, I have a song called Drugs. Though. On the first album, I have a song called Drugs, which is same concept, so to speak, but then I run down all the types of drugs that I am. So Drugs is on the first album. I got a reggae artist on that one. You heard that one. Yeah, that's my song.
Well, it's pretty much your albums. You got one in the process of
I'm back in the studio now, yeah. I'm always in the studio, so, and then when I get about 3-4 songs, and I'm like, and we're working on an album, you know, so I'm always creating and then trying to figure out where I want it to go. So that's where I'm at right now, is working on number 4.
So when the last time you was in the studio?
2 weeks ago.
Cool.
You made a whole song? How long
That's usually what people do when they go through.
I'm not a rapper.
It takes me like, if I'm really into the beat, it takes me like 15-20 minutes to write the song, and then it takes me like an hour or so to record. If I don't really like it, it's gonna take me a little while. What?
He mad because
so you write it fast? No, because I write fast too, but it take me a long time to record my joint.
If I'm not recording myself, shout outs to Bull City Sounds in Durham, because Major Green makes sure I'm straight. I'm sorry,
man.
Airborns. Major Green always. Major Green always makes sure I'm great. So, you know, I'm comfortable in there. I'm comfortable recording. It's a place I can bring my daughter. She sit on the couch, and I'm like, "How that sound?" She's like, "It was okay, mommy. You can do it again." I'm like, "Okay, we'll do it again." But you know, once I'm in that grind and in that routine, it don't take me long to record it. Some songs take longer, like Ocean's. We was in the studio for like 5 hours with Ocean because it was a coaching process with Sofree. Shouts to Sofree Wisdom. She's the singer on the hook, and you know, it was more about catching that vibe. So we was in there for a while, just singing it over and over and playing with it and making it flow. And then Sofree just attacked it. She was like, "I'm ready to do it." Just jumped in there and just did it. So it depends on what I'm going for, because Ocean got an air guitar, electric guitar at the end too. So he played that by hand, freestyle, at the end of the song. So it was a vibing process, yeah.
Well, gracious. So it's amazing. So what it sounds like, so every time you plan to go to the studio, you plan on knocking out a song. Because you know some people that pay for studio time and then they're going to the studio.
Oh, no, if I'm in there, I'm knocking out a song, period. We ain't wasting money around here.
So I had another question, like, most of the guys I know who rap be smoking and drinking and stuff. And you was like, you could hit the studio at 8 in the morning after you drop your daughter off at school. Like, you booted already. Like, what's that process like? How are you already ready without getting ready? Like,
stay ready. You ain't got to get ready.
Oh,
you know, I tell my niece that all the time.
I'm high off life. That's just me. Like, I'm just
Can I have some?
You can. I'm glad to be here. I'm happy to be alive. Like, I'm high off life. If you think about all the stuff that I've like surpassed in my life, like I'm effing here. Like that's all that matters to me. Like I think about how many times I should have been dead or in jail.
Favor. It's called favor.
Yeah. So I think about all that, and don't get me wrong, I be cranky as hell in the studio in the morning. I'm a beast in the morning. I'm like, listen, don't talk to me until just cue it up. Leave me alone till about 10 o'clock, and then I'm good.
So you don't do no mind-altering substances at all? No weed?
Damn, nigga. You got some shrooms in your pocket?
No, nigga, because you just told her exactly.
You don't do no mind-altering substances?
I plead the fifth.
Oh, she pleaded the fifth. She's a professional.
Nah,
you drink Starbucks in the morning.
I definitely do. Sometimes.
With some Hennessy.
Nah, I mean, you know, I'm pretty...
You drink Henny, don't you?
Nah, I don't like Henny. I like...
Light-skinned people don't drink brown drink.
Oh, I ain't like him. I like...
Oh, we got another one. Everybody come up here tonight that's light-skinned did not being light-skinned.
I'm not light-skinned. I'm caramel.
Thomas?
Caramel.
Are you light-skinned?
How you say caramel? Is it caramel or caramel?
Thomas light-skinned, you light-skinned.
Thomas
right.
is light-skinned. We're not the same.
Yes,
you
he's darker than you.
You lighter than you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
He looking like y'all tripping. He
like, nigga, my camera went dead. Thought we said we're going to take a break at an hour. I know, my bad, bro. We got to wrap it up, bro.
Yeah. We rocking.
You got any more questions, bro?
I'm cool.
I'm out of questions.
I enjoyed everything.
Oh, y'all are doing
well, hey, you have anything you want to talk about or ask us or promote before we give our shout outs?
Make sure you check out the Grind Mode Cypher featuring myself and Blind Fury. That's out on YouTube right now.
80,000 plus.
80,000. We almost had we're at 84,000 this morning.
Hold up, time out. Do you think that's mostly because of you? Because we gave you a lot of shout outs.
I don't think it's mostly because of me. A lot of people, Blind Fury hasn't done much, so a lot of people was super amped.
Blind Fury?
Yeah, from 106 and Park.
Yeah.
You
got a song with him?
I got a cypher with him.
That was a dope cypher, but you, that's what I forgot to talk about. But you and the other dude from North Carolina, he's a white boy, I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Which one?
It's
a couple of them.
It was the one that went the hardest. The white boy that went. It was your verse was the best to me. No shade, just because you're on my show.
Thank you.
his verse was better than yours, but like you know what I'm saying. Like it was the other dude with the hottest verse. I can't remember his name.
It's like 3 of them on there from North Carolina though. It's 6 people on there. 3 wasn't from North Carolina and 3 was.
It was a white dude spit a killer verse up there.
Probably the one. Was he before me or after me?
Before you. I think it was the one before you.
Okay, I can't think of what his name is.
But he
the one where he's like, tell me where you at, tell me North Carolina. Yeah, he was dope. It was a lot of dope talent there. What people don't realize about that cipher is we did 10 ciphers. Like it was my cipher, but there was 9 other ciphers before my cipher. So we didn't know who we're on the cipher with until the day of.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I had no idea it was on the cipher with Blind Fury until we got there, and they're like, "Oh, by the way, here's Blind Fury." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yo.
And and I was really honored because the ciphers were all build-ups to the major cipher with Blind Fury. So I was really honored to be on the last cipher because I didn't know I was on the last cipher until we put it together.
Yo, that's dope.
So when I got it back 2 days before we came to shoot the video, I got it back, and he's on the end. I'm like, oh, I'm on with Blind. Like, what? Like, yo, that was a big moment for me. He was super cool. Shout outs to him.
You went in on you. So, you went in on that. So, what's the process that you went through writing your cipher verse?
That was crazy.
Like 3 verses?
No, I wrote 1 verse and I wrote it in 10 minutes.
They sent you the beat?
Yeah, he sent me the beat, and then I got the beat 48 hours before we put everything together. So I really didn't have much time. I went out in the car. I sat in the car for about 10 minutes, and I came back with a verse. So I didn't want to go, like I could have went a lot harder than I did, but I didn't want to go too hard because I was like, this is my introduction with them. I want to do more with them. Like I want to go hard enough that y'all know I can hold my own, but I want to go soft enough that I can come back and really slay it. So air horn.
So you could have went harder?
Yeah, I could have went harder. I know I could have went harder.
What was that? One of my favorite lines in that shit was like, I probably won't get it right, but it was like, y'all niggas acting bitch, but I'm the one
that got the uterus. That's everybody's favorite bar in that.
Bar right there, yeah.
When I did that bar in the cipher, they lost their mind. I was like, oh, okay, y'all like that one.
That bar. It was so subtle when what's the name, yeah.
And in that cipher, like the reactions you're hearing, that's the actual reaction from the day of that we recorded it. They kept the audio from the crowd. So when I say that line, everybody's freaking out. They're all freaking out for real. So I was like, oh, okay.
I freaked out. I played it back like, I'm going to start this shit from the top because that line came like, oh shit. And then I missed the next 6 bars.
I just speak on shit and ease in the topics. Venomous, the reigning champ, like I'm running for office. Yeah, I like that verse.
So you freestyle?
Sometimes. I'm a writer.
You want to leave it? You want to leave out with a freestyle? Nah, okay. I had to try it. Hey, anyway, yo, go back to the plugs. My bad. I just had to ask about the cipher. We about to get out of here.
Want to shout out Q the Question. He's my current PR. Shay Foot. Shout out to her. That's my North Carolina PR. I want to shout out Greg Smith. Shout out to the podcast. Thank y'all for having me.
Broke ass.
It's a broke ass podcast.
We ain't really broke.
I like this. Like all y'all missing is the red Solo cups.
We don't do red solos. We stepped up.
You lucky we did sober.
We got some bling.
You don't see that bling on your cup?
We usually drunker. We usually drunker on this show.
What?
Yeah. Go ahead. Give you shout out Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out Mom Deuce for holding it down. She gonna come through with some Little Caesars and shit.
Yeah, she did. So if you want some pizza and stuff.
Yeah,
but we try to be professional. You know what I mean? Shout out to you for coming through and holding it down with us. Shout out to Malcolm for dropping it down.
Thank you. Yeah, this is dope. And shout out to Malcolm because you wrote some amazing write-ups on my music, and they're like
he's a great writer. For yourself and others.
Yeah, some of my favorite and
that magazine you with. Let me cut you off. Let me put it in my plug. That magazine you with. They need a writer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I need to plug you in with them.
Hey. Y'all,
we doing freelance shit all the time.
I used to do freelance writing a long time ago, so it's definitely dope. Yeah.
I ain't been doing it long.
It's not bad.
I still don't think I'm.
He don't think he's good as he is.
Stay humble, bro. It's a great field, bro.
I can plug you in with the Hype magazine because I still connected with them because I used to write for them. So. My website is www.venomousworld.com. It's Venomous anywhere on the web. That's on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at It's Venomous VENOMISS.
FABOLO.
Why did everybody do that?
Go ahead, because the way you did that shit was the same case. Like,
shout out to camera crew.
Hold up, indubitably media.
What you say, man?
Co-creator Malcolm.
Shout out that goddamn Snoopy hat. That nigga, that shit hard.
Fucking with it.
Hey, you see how it correlates with the shirt, bro? That nigga ain't playing no game.
Hey, I did do that on purpose. I ain't even gonna lie.
Hey, make sure we get these in the camera, yo, because these are my teams. We both lost last night.
We gonna shout out my guy.
I'm gonna be doing the Lakers like
Draquan. That Drake Day 3 comes soon.
Oh yeah.
DoingDoWhatWeMedia.com first. We also got Jay. It's my guy. I don't even remember what the name of his shit is because he changed it like 4 times.
He did. He did.
We got that grew that on the broken ass.
Yeah, we
right. Oh, and my guy right here, man.
Camera guy.
Hey.
T4J Entertainment.
There you go.
Entertainment.
Mr. Thomas, you know what it is. Hey, yo, man. Yo, shout out everybody that made this shit possible, man. Shout out Venomous, Miss Million Streams, come to fuck with the broke ass podcast.
Shout out to them for trying to trip me up 18 times.
Hey, we nice over here, yo. We don't play no game. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my producer, man. Shout out the co-creator of the podcast, man. And shout out y'all, everybody that been listening to the show to this point to make this shit happen, yo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out T4J Entertainment. This is our first shit that's going to be on YouTube. If you want to hear the previous shit, holler at us on SoundCloud/ZenyBoss. We out!
I got something to say. I don't need an Uber because I'm home, bitch.
Hey, we out, man. We out, bro. It's a wrap.